Okay, so War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. So this is volume 3, chapter 8. So from the previous chapter, where Nicholas is hanging out with his friends, and he ends up getting a letter to his family, and also a recommendation to be a diplomat, and which he declines, and he decides to declines, and he has a party with his friends Boris and Berg, and they all have fun. And so you get into chapter 8. So chapter 8 is when the big things come in. Big things come in. Right now, the army of 80,000 troops that 80,000 troops that Kutuzov 80,000 troops has finally arrived. So those 80,000 troops are reinforcements that Kutuzov has asked for. As Kutuzov has asked for, and since he is the commander in chief, he is the commander in chief. He commander in chief. He is the commander in chief. He commander in chief. He is supposed to organize a military parade, military parade for military parade for the Emperor Alexander to inspect the troops. So basically, inspect the troops, and so all of these 80,000 troops, all of these 80,000 troops are lined up in position, and in position, and all salute their command, all salute their Emperor Alexander. All Emperor Alexander, and you know how all military parades are. Everybody parades are, and how the military works. Every single soldier, single soldier shouts hurrah. You probably heard of that, like how the Marines say hurrah. And so every single soldier says that, and every single soldier, every single soldier, every single soldier, every single soldier gets into position, and with their guns held on their shoulders, held on their shoulders, does all of the military drills, all the military drills, and they all want to look and impress Emperor Alexander. And so Emperor Alexander, whenever he walks, and whenever he walks, every single soldier respects him. He is the absolute commander. He is the absolute ruler, the absolute ruler of the army. Absolute ruler of the army, and basically ruler of the army. He is the ultimate power. The ultimate power, since ultimate power of Russia. Ultimate power of Russia. Every single soldier is very excited to meet him, and every single word that Emperor Alexander says are all being worshipped by these soldiers. These soldiers just absolutely love Emperor Alexander. Emperor Alexander, or you could call it a sovereign. So call it sovereign. So for now, I just call him the sovereign. Call him the sovereign. And so all of these soldiers are very obsessed, and worship the sovereign Alexander. Sovereign Alexander, and so Nicholas's regiment, Nicholas's and so the regiment Nicholas is part of are doing the are showing off their skills with their horse skills with their horse cavalry with their horse cavalry and and everybody's doing their best to impress him and Prince and the sovereign Alexander thanks all of the troops, and when Nicholas is being thanked for being here, being thanked for being him, he has this very emotional moment, and he feels very dedicated, and has immense respect and worship for Alexander. Is probably more what you call like that called that he has fallen in love with the sovereign Alexander, well, that's what all of these soldiers at least feel. That's how powerful these soldiers love how powerful these soldiers love their Emperor Alexander. And so whenever he goes to inspect everyone, there's lots of screams and cries of joy, and everybody wants to be at their best, and so be at their best, and so Emperor Alexander is very impressed with all of the troops, and with all of these troops, and at the end of the day, all these soldiers would gladly die with Emperor Alexander if he told them to, including Nicholas. He really respects him, and he just wants to do anything that Emperor Alexander would ask of him. That's how powerful he is to Emperor Alexander is to the soldiers. So that's how this chapter ends. So this implies that with the gathering of this many troops, there's going to be a very, very large battle, or an upcoming battle that will come soon, since all of these troops are assembling together under Kutuzov, and is being led by the sovereign Alexander. And so this is probably going to be a major battle, and it's going to be a very awesome morale boost to all the troops that have just arrived. So that will be a really good thing. And Nicholas, when he meets him, he wants to do whatever he can to impress, whatever he can to serve his Emperor Alexander. And so it's Alexander. It just has, and this chapter just shows all of the devotion that these soldiers have to Emperor Alexander. He's the ultimate power. So I probably already said this, but that's just how powerful the Russian Emperor Alexander is. And so, yeah, that's it.